It's October 30th, the day before Halloween. We only have 2 more Inktober's left. Let's do it. Today's prompt is Jolt. If you've been watching my other Inktober videos, you know I kind of have a rhythm of things. Well, I've had to change it up recently because I ran out of pages. So I found this random sort of semi-thick piece of Bristol board, and I've been working on this, and I'm just going to tape it into my sketchbook once it's done. So I thought I would work on day 30 inside here, and then day 31 for Halloween can go there. Here was my day 29, so I have a couple sketches and then the finished drawing there. So I'm kind of going to do the same thing on the inside here for day 30. This paper isn't quite as nice as the paper in my ELO sketchbook, so the ink was actually bleeding through a bit, but I think it'll work just fine for the remaining 2 days. Now the problem I'm facing with this is all I can think of is lightning bolts again. Kind of like what I did for Saturday's prompt. I definitely don't want to repeat that. Ooh, actually, wasn't Frankenstein's monster brought to life by a jolt of lightning? It's a bad thing. He just sits up straight. And the hair being pulled straight back. Bzing! Just quick sketches trying to get my ideas on paper. Something else we could draw, maybe? Why does he have bolts coming out of his head? Or his neck, I mean, I've never really understood that. He's got messy hair. You know, he's been dead for a while. He hasn't really had time to maintain it. I think I made him a little too attractive. Something else. So tomorrow's Halloween. What are you all going as? What are you dressing up as? I haven't dressed up in a couple years. Dressed up for a couple conventions, but not Halloween. So I was wondering, what are you guys going to be dressing up as? What's something else that jolts? I'm also thinking of Jolteon, the Pokemon. Jolteon even look like. I think that just proved my point that I should not be drawing that thing. Pokemon are not my specialty. That looks wacky. Okay, we're not going that route. If you remember, I would draw all my sketches on one side of the spread, and on the second half of the spread draw my finished illustration. But these last couple days I've basically just been trying to cram it into as small a space as possible, so anywhere that there's sketches there'll be sketches, and then whichever sketch I like the best I kind of morph it into the finished Inktober day. I'm not entirely sure how to draw Jolt because it's such like a quick motion, you know, like to pull something out of someone's hand or something like that. I'm not entirely sure how to draw that. Let me try something here. Trying to add these like lines to make it look like some kind of motion was happening, but really not feeling it. I mean, what if we could use hair to sort of express that boom? I don't know, just thinking out loud. Or another word for that would be brainstorming. Are there any other definitions of jolt? To push or shake abruptly and roughly, or as a noun, an abrupt, rough, or violent movement. To give a surprise or shock to someone in order to make them act or change. So it can also mean like to surprise someone. So I could just draw someone with a very surprised face, which kind of fits. Little Frankenstein's monster over there. I could try that again. In the first sketch I always try to be super expressive and big, and then I sort of chisel away at facial features. You know, if we can work on that face. From the brain surgery. The hair pulling backwards with the jolt, the surprise, and the shock of it all. He's alive! He's alive! Seeing a really large brow forehead thing in these references I'm seeing. It's kind of hard to do a surprised face with that. Ooh, and I'll probably get to use this green color that always separates for some reason. The other colors don't do that. Maybe if I move his pupils up a little, he'll look more surprised. Yeah, there we go. Figure out this body. Maybe I'll keep the lightning back there. Looks a little less happy now. He's alive! I don't like that at all. Look, I'm getting pencil lead everywhere. In my way. I feel like there should be some ribs showing. And this will all be dark back here, but I already have a lead problem, so let's keep it simple. I think I want to make his mouth like cartoonly huge. I like that better. The only thing I'm not sure of right now is his eyebrows. Oh, I think that fixed it actually. All right, let's start inking. One of the things I've learned over Inktober is that it's easier to get this ink off of my desk than it is to get it off of the cutting mat. So I'm going to not be using the protective covering for my desk because I accidentally spilled some on my desk and got it off like so easy, and like, dang, it doesn't come off my mat that easy. So I don't need to bother with that. All right, going to my bowl pointed nib, my favorite one. I think somebody said it's for calligraphy, not for drawing, but who cares? It still works. Just fill that in. I'm not going for like full coverage, I'm going for a scratchy lined look. I've been into that lately, so that's what I am trying to accomplish here. That's why you'll see like little white spots scattered throughout this, and it's not a solid black. I think one of the things I'm excited about Inktober being over is finally having like clean hands without any ink on them. As soon as I clean them off and get all the ink off, it's time for another day and then I get more on me. Eyeballs. Then back to the hair. Guess I've decided to leave him shirtless. He'll go put on some clothes once he, you know, gets rebirthed. It's supposed to be ribs. Oh, I forgot a little line here under the mouth. Now, do I want to fill in this section with ink? Oh, I should probably add some more, whatever these are called, stitches? Stitches? Maybe this is a whole new arm. And then maybe this is a new forearm. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry and then erase some of this and then start working on the background, I think. I'm actually gonna mix blue and black for the background. We'll use this purple spot since that's probably not coming off anyway. A little bit of teal, a little bit of blue, and then the tiniest drop of black. See what color that comes up with. It's very dark. Ooh, yeah, that's very close to the color I want. Maybe a little bit more teal. And then I'm actually gonna just spray a little bit of water in there. Yeah, much better. That's the color I'm looking for. Now, I just want to fill in this background with that. And I think I'm just going to, instead of last time where I like did all that time trying to make that lightning special, I think I'm just going to use a white pen, keep it simple, since he's more of the focal point. And that makes it easier because that means I can just paint over top the lightning at first and then go over it with the white opaque pen afterwards. I feel like it just makes the steps a lot easier. Something you may notice is that this paper doesn't like this ink as much as the sketchbook paper does. It gets this really weird texture. But I was very surprised, like all Inktober, how well these inks held up on the ELO sketchbook. That quickly became my favorite sketchbook. I like it the way it holds markers. I like the way it can hold a little bit of watercolor. You're obviously gonna get some buckling because it's not watercolor paper. I like what you can do with it. And I enjoy a little buckle in my sketchbook. I think it adds texture. Ooh, we're getting a lot of buckling with this page. Probably should have taped it down. I do like that color for nighttime though. I think it fits very well. Yeah, that paper is not in love with these inks. Now, do I want to add a light green wash to our character? I'm kind of thinking not, because I like the way the white stands out from the blue, and then I think that'll really look cool with the lightning bolt. So I'm probably going to leave it as is for now, and then we'll see what it looks like with the lightning bolt. Okay, I'm looking at this, it's dry, and it's just super patchy, so I don't know if I should really risk doing another layer on this flimsy paper or not. I really want to, because it just looks so blah. But we can actually No surprise here. Going with my Posca pen, a white one, extra fine, and let's draw the lightning bolt. Starting maybe up here. Let's just quickly sketch out the idea. And now we can go over that again. Add some line variation. Oh, went a little too close to his face there. Brighten that up a bit over here. Right, and then I wanted it to say, he's alive. Or does it say it's alive? I don't even know. Oh well. Alright, so now the last decision is whether I want him to have green skin. Just judging by how poorly this paper's holding the ink, it's probably a bad idea, but I wonder if I could make lightning look like it's coming off of him a bit. And just erase a little bit here. I'm gonna fully erase it, just lightly, because I do like the tones. Now the Posca pen has faded a little since I put it down, so I'm gonna add another layer. Sure it changes like sizes a lot. It wouldn't be too consistent, I don't think. When's the last time you looked at a lightning bolt and thought, wow, consistency? So I don't want you to look at this lightning bolt and think that either. Okay, I think I've made up my mind. I'm just gonna add the slightest incy-wincy bit of green. Could even add a smidge of teal to it. Maybe it would be more color balanced. Grab my paintbrush. It's a little too vibrant. I think it needs more teal. Yeah, it's too dark now. Yeah, I guess that'll work. Add slight tinges of it. Basically anywhere where there should be some shading or emphasis. There, so now he's got a bit of a green tint to him. And I think I did too much on the nose, so I'm going to go over with the white pen on the nose. Try to lighten that up. Go. Maybe a little more green over here. There we go. I'm not too upset with this for drawing a man, which I don't draw a lot of, and it being quite completely out of my comfort zone. I kind of like it. I feel like I learned a lot about different facial structures, because like I kind of always draw that generic pretty boy face, and then here trying to draw Frankenstein's monster and sort of using a reference, I'm quite happy. Quite like it, and I especially like that it's very different from all my other Inktober drawings. Speaking of which, if you'd like to see all of my Inktober drawings for 2018, you can hop over to my Instagram page. I'll have a link in the description, and you can check out all 31 days tomorrow. I still have one more to draw. I'm so excited to be done with this. I've had so much fun, and I've definitely had my weak point, I think was the week before last or last week. I don't know, where I wanted to give up, but I stuck with it, and I'm really glad that I did. I'm gonna tape it in there once I finish this back side. Thanks so much for coming along with me on my Inktober journey. It was a lot of fun, but I think it's about time we start changing up the content here on this channel. Maybe doing something different on Tuesdays. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys all next week, and I hope you have a delicious evening full of waffles. Bye!